Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to show you how to adjust the plot area for your barometer on the Garmin Instinct Crossover watch. I'm going to be using the solar version today. It shouldn't matter whether you've got the solar or non-solar version. This feature is going to be the same for everybody who has the Crossover watch. So what are we talking about? There's a couple different ways you can see the plot area for your barometer. The most basic way to see it is by having it as a data field in one of your watch faces. I chose this watch face because it's one of the better ones if you're interested in looking at the plot area. Now, the one thing I will say is if you're somebody that's into the barometric pressure and plot area, I actually think the Instinct 1 and the Instinct 2 do a better job as far as watch faces of showing this to you. This is about as good as you can get. The Instinct 1 and Instinct 2 have a watch face that it pretty much takes up the entire watch face. It's one of my favorite ones as far as barometric pressure tracking. The plot area is this area up top here that's showing what the barometric pressure has been doing for me. The nice thing with the Garmin watches is they give you the ability to adjust how long of an area are we looking at. And I'm going to show you how to do that. There's a few different ways you can get to this setting on this watch, and this is also something you can adjust in the Garmin Connect app on your cell phone and then simply sync your watch to make the change. I'm going to do it by going to the barometer glance. I've got the glance installed. I could use either the up or down button to go into my glance list. Now remember what my barometric pressure plot looks like here, because when we change the glance and we change the setting, this could change. So I'm going to go into my glances. I'm going to go down to the barometer glance. This is what it looks like. Again, we see this trend area. The trend looks a little bit different than what we saw on the watch face. I'm going to go into the barometer glance. Once we're in the glance, you can see that that plot area is showing the last 6 hours. It's kind of silly the way they do it. It showed us that very quickly. Let me go back. Watch what happens when we first go into the barometer. It says last 6 hours, and then it quickly switches to show me what my high and low barometric pressure has been over the last 6 hours. If I want to change it while I'm in the barometer, I can press and hold the menu button, which is the middle button on the left-hand side, and I will see an option that says Barometer Options. I can press GPS to choose that, and the second option you will see in here is the plot area. 6 hour is my current time. I can press GPS and I can change that. You can change it. 6 is going to be the minimum. You can do 12 hour, 24, or 48 hour. I'm just simply using the up or down buttons to toggle through those different options. For kick's sake, let's put it to 48 hours. I'm going to press 48 hours. I'm going to go back. And now my barometric pressure trend looks a little bit different because it's showing a 48-hour trend. You can see for like the last 24 hours, there's been a steady decline. Before that, the 24 hours, it was pretty steady. I'm going to go back in real quick and we can see last 48 hours is now showing versus 6 hours. Let's go ahead and go back to the watch face. You can see the watch face kind of looks the same as what it did before. Even though it's hard to tell, it is showing the 48-hour trend versus the 6-hour trend. Whatever you have your plot area selected as, that is going to be what you're going to see no matter if you're looking at it on the watch face or in the barometer itself. Pretty simple stuff. It's just really a personal preference of how much you want to see, but that is how you adjust the plot area for your barometer on the Garmin Instinct Crossover watch. I hope the video helps.